Oh. Well, you could have a progression in Prismata that would give you level ups, and certain units may require certain levels. So you basically will have a really limited set of units until you level up and unlock more units to have more more variety in your game. You could just unlock units every level. But then your game will be quite limited in its strategic depth until much later. And then obviously you would have to match against only players of your level who have the same units unlocked. And that would be so crappy. But hell, if you want progression, that's how it would be done probably. And it's not pay to win because you would be matched by units of your against players of your level. The player of your level would have the same units, so it's not a pay to win. And you do realize, Zayawas, that both players have the same set of units, right? So how is it pay to win? It's not pay to win. It's just limiting your variety until later. Artificially. Drone. Self-improvement, I think, and enjoyment. I think self-improvement and enjoyment of the moment are two goals that are giving me all I need. I don't need anything other than just self-improvement and enjoyment of the moment. I'm gonna be totally fine with no treadmills. Double drone turn. Alright, this looks like a way longer game. A game where I will play a third engineer to be able to produce more drones, because this game will take a while. With Defense Grid, Odin, Lucina, there's a lot of late game choices, a lot of defensive choices, good defensive choices. Drone. Number 1. Oh. Echo. Double drone turn. So I want to produce 3 drones at a time. Drone. Delta. Double drone turn. Oh, there's a centrifuge in this set. I'll be damned. I totally didn't notice. Why didn't I notice? Drone. Number 2. Hell yeah, I want a centrifuge. Space 2. Shit, I think I could have gotten it 1 turn earlier. Centrifuge basically builds 3 turns and then explodes with resources. And I mean explodes. Gigantic amount of resources. Drone. Delta. 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 Bravo. Space 2. And then here's the question, do I go for Odin, who has 5 HP that can absorb damage, and a huge damage threat against the enemy? Or do I go against a more defensive defense grid? I think I'll go for Odin first. Drone. Double drone. Delta. Well, the metagame keeps it fresh, Nick. The game is interesting. Keeps interesting because new units come in, people play it in different ways. The set is different each time, so there are new problems to solve, new playstyles to play against and to play yourself. The metagame keeps it fresh, not the progression. It's that kind of game. It's a multiplayer game. A metagame is the variety. So I will basically have 14, 34. I will have 34 resources. I want 2 Tarsiers, which brings me down to 26. I'll get the Odin. I'll totally get the Odin first. Maybe this will force him to play defense grid, play more defensively, and put me on the advantage from then on. Number 1. And I do want the chrono filter. Space 2. It's a good thing to have. Mucky Muck, I am playing with voice commands actually. I have a hand injury. Gotta play with voice commands. The chrono filter gives me 1 blue, 1 red every second turn, which makes timings very interesting. Now Zayavas is just a really good player. Very engaged in the community. I've seen Zayavas since the first days of me being there. I'm glad to hear I'm not one of your friends, Nick, I guess. Thanks. Jeez. Just kidding. I mean, we all have our preference in games. No worries. It's not like I need you to like it. Drone. Number 5. Sierra. Tango. 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 I think... Wait, no. Cancel the Steel Splitter. I want 3 drones still. This is a droning game. Double drone. Double drone turn. Lucina! Oh, I should have gone Lucina. Myself. I'll be damned. Of course Lucina is the way to go. Oh, shit. Scary. Scary right there. I think I gotta go full aggression. Drone. Oh. Mouse. I don't have blue for aggression. Oh. Mouse. How about I don't go full aggression? Oh. Oh. W. Double drone. Delta. Bravo. Home. Apple. Home. Bravo. I think I'll go defense grid next turn. Defend with the Odin. And after that, just go... Charlie. Phase 2. I'm pretty much running out of drone supply, so there's no more need for my engineers. I guess I don't mind losing them. But I want to deal damage with Odin now because his defense grid wasn't ready yet. So he took huge damage to his engineers and his force fields. He basically... It was the last turn I could properly deal damage to him before his defense grid gets activated. I think this game is much deeper than Hearthstone. Much more engaging mentally. It's definitely a more competitive game than Hearthstone. It's a game that I will respect more than Hearthstone. But is it more fun? That's just subjective. Is it more casual? No. So it will never be more popular because it's harder to get into. It requires more thinking, and most people are lazy and would prefer something easy like Hearthstone, where they lose and then blame the RNG. There's no RNG in this game, and for that, it's a much harder game, much more competitive. I respect it way more. It's a way better game, but the casual crowd will totally disagree. Drone. Base. Drone. Oh. Mouse. Delta. Okay, that's the last drone I can buy. Why would he go... I guess he wants to go double Scorchilla, which is a pretty solid offensive choice. Pretty solid. Tango. Tango. Apple. Now I will want to build all of the Tarsiers available to me, so Animus will be required. Number 4. And then, like I said, defense grid. so that I can block his attacks as efficiently as he blocks mine. And then after that, I will feel much more comfortable attacking with my Odin. Space 2. The only RNG is who starts first, pretty much. After that, it's just strategy. Well, you're one person, Nick. How are you a crowd if you're one person? And if that's what you identify with, then you just called yourself the casual crowd. I mean, if you didn't call yourself the casual crowd, you wouldn't respond to my message now, would you? Must have triggered something from inside you. Drone. Space. Drone. So he just dealt 0 damage. If I attack with my Odin, he will absorb 6 damage, so I will deal 3 damage, which means I will, I guess, kill 1 wall. Yeah, basically I will kill 1 wall, but the attack costs me 1 of my steel splitters, so it's a bad trade. I will hold back on attacking with my Odin until I can deal more damage than I'm taking myself by paying for the attack, basically. Sierra. Sierra. Tango. Tango. And then I will produce 2 Tarsiers, 2 steel splitters per turn. I cannot produce any more drones. I don't need any... I guess, no, I do need more defenders. The Scorchillas seem pretty intimidating. I totally need more defenders. W. I basically have to imagine my Odin isn't defending, because I don't want to lose my Odin for defense. That would be silly. Golf. And then Gauss Cannons, because we will run out of Tarsier supply and Steel Splitter supply. It's a long game. Space 2. I don't want to defend with my Steel Splitters. There is a limited supply of Steel Splitters, and I will use my Odin to shoot them. So I'd rather not lose them for defense if I can avoid it. I'd much rather defend with walls. And produce walls when I want to defend, but produce my Steel Splitters only for attack. And like I said, there's no point of attacking with the Odin yet, because attacking with the Odin costs me a Steel Splitter, and all I will kill is his 1 wall. So I actually lose more than he does if I attack with Odin. Space. Drone. Mouse. Now the attack with Odin will be much more meaningful, because it will kill more than 1 wall, so it's now worth it. Sierra. Tango. 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 W. Alright, and now he doesn't have his Scorchillas anymore, so I feel much safer just producing 1 wall, and I'm gonna be fine. Echo. Echo. And I will go for 2 engineers. They will be needed for a more flexible defensive choice. Unless I want to drop another wall. Space 2. Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. Prismata is a closed alpha right now. You cannot get into the game unless you kickstart it, or you win my giveaway today. So Atwaniv, if you have watched my stream and you've got some Joy Coins, you may want to spend them now for a Prismata key giveaway at the end of the day. It's a really good game. Once I'm free of my XCOM challenge, I will be all over this one, trust me. It's in my top 3 games right now. It's basically XCOM, Necrodancer, and Prismata. That's my top 3 games right now. And that says a lot, because I've got plenty of games. I've got hundreds of games. So, a big recommendation from me. And he doesn't seem to be producing those double Scorchillas per turn anymore. Seems like he's preferring Tarsiers for the moment. And build... So he basically built 2 Tarsiers, another Blast Force, so he can build more walls in the future. And he holds back his Doomed Mech to defend. Space. Which means he dealt not enough damage to do anything. He doesn't deal any damage to me. Drone. Mouse. Sierra. Which means I can invest everything I got into attack right now because I have the same defenders I needed last turn. No one died. Tango. Tarsier ran out of supply. I guess it's time to go for Scorchillas with my red. Or, hell, maybe go Lucina. Myself. Golf. Charlie. Nah, I'm gonna be fine. Civ 5? I always said Civ 5 had a very boring mid and late game. Echo. Space 2. Maybe I'd like it more if I played against other players rather than AI. But it was really boring in... Oh, fuck. Adding 3 Scorchillas. I will have to defend with all I got right now. Because Scorchilla basically attacks for 3 damage every 3rd turn. So he just combos his Scorchillas together, attacking in one gigantic burst, one gigantic wave, that will cost me a lot of my defenders. I may have to hold with some of my Steel Splitters, and I will just build nothing but defense this turn. But then for the next 2 turns, I will have free reign. And my sustainable attack is way higher than his. Space. Drone. Mouse. I can still attack with him. W. My defense is actually quite solid. No, oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Never mind, I'm fucked. Mouse. Gotta invest my Steel Splitters. W. Actually, I'm fine. Romeo. Just build the rhinos. Foxtrot. And then 1 force field. And 1 drone. Space 2. Alright. Yeah, sarcasm is completely wasted on me. That is totally true. I just don't see sarcasm in chat messages, you know? I don't catch it. I am unable to catch it. Maybe my sarcasm recognition portions of the brain have been shut off to give more resources to those portions of the brain that require in-game strategy thinking or something. Drone. So he kills everything I had on defense, except for my defense grid. Space. Here's a fun fact. Defense grid has a timed life. His will run out, I think 2 turns earlier than mine. What will he do to survive after his defense grid runs out and mine is still solid, I wonder. Drone. He may be in trouble. I think I win this one. It's looking very solid. Number 7. Romeo. Mouse. Sierra. W. Apple. Space 2. Alright. Oh, I killed some of his attack, actually. I over-defended, holding that drone back. No sarcasm detection ability is deadly on the internet. I will try to reroute the power in my brain in other ways in the future, Antirad. But no promises. I may just end up doing something deadly. Drone. Base. Drone. Home. Mouse. Home. W. W. This is his last turn of defense grid. After that, he loses his best defender. And I believe I will win. Especially since the turn he loses his best defender, I bring out the best attacker. How fun. Space too. How very, very fun. Victory! Oh. Oh. Mouse. Am I on the leaderboards yet? Nope. The leaderboards are becoming more and more competitive every week I look at them. Before, with 1537 ranking, I would be completely on them. Now, I don't think I'm gonna get on them today, we'll see. Alright, Antirad, just when in doubt, double the Kappas. You need to help me out there, yeah. Looks like connectivity issues. But I love these images in the middle with those dots or lines. It's just so cool to look at.